Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, at one point, the former deputy president, who is actually the DCP party leader, Rigathi Gachagua, made some remarks. And when he was making these remarks, he actually made the remarks in presence of Edwin Sifuna, by then in his capacity as the Secretary General of the ODM party. Gashagwa was making prediction. It was a kind of a prophecy that we were waiting if it can be fulfilled. And a prophecy comes like a warning. In Gashagwa's warning, he told Edwin Sifuna that William Samoei Ruto anapanga kununua chama cha ODM. And this is what will happen akishanunua hiyo chama. He put it in Swahili. Siku ya delegates conference atahonga kila mtu na watakuondoa. So, that was a warning from Gachagua. Ruto is going to buy ODM party, and because he's looking at you, you are saying one term. You are not supporting him. The first task that Ruto will do after buying ODM party, it will be to bribe everyone, and those people will turn out to vote against you to remove you from that position. The question is, has what Rigathi Gachagua said been fulfilled, or we still have to wait and see?
Hiyo chama Kasongo atakufukuza. Atakufukuza. Because wao wanasema one time na yeye anataka kurudi. Akichanunua hiyo chama atoe pesa. Siku ya delegates conference atahonga kila mtu. Mimi nilidhani hawezi kunitoa. Maseneta walipewa kila mtu 10 million. MPs kila mtu 5 million. Wakaharibika vichwa. Wewe Sifuna, wewe Ng'ang'ana. Tungetaka usurvive huko ndio ODM ikuwe part of us.
Now, I want us to continue with our panel discussion as far as the current political situation is in this country, with a major discussion about the future of ODM and the current situation taking place. But before we go deeper in the discussion, I have a quick and humble request. For those who are watching this channel and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, definitely, when you look on what is happening in the ODM party, you will be tempted to believe that Gachagua prophecy has been fulfilled. You're going to believe that Gachagua's warning has come to pass. You will be asking yourself a question. We saw ODM meeting taking place in Mombasa. Sifuna had told us on a live radio TV interview that no day ODM party has signed any check to release money so that they can host or hold some activities in the country. But he was questioning who is sponsoring the activities that we see going across the country. Operation Linda Ground. It means there is someone sponsoring that. So you will ask yourself a question. If ODM was not even in agreement, when you listen to Godfrey Osot, the deputy party leader, that they not even agreed on the Mombasa NEC meeting. So who sponsored the meeting? Gachagua said that Ruto siku ya delegates conference atahonga kila mtu. Who sponsored? There are those who want to believe or who are believing that this meeting was engineered by President William Ruto because he's holding ODM hostage. So by the fact that there's a possibility Ruto is the one hosting the meeting, sponsoring the meeting, what blocks him from having his way if he's sponsoring? With those allegations, it's not fact, it's allegations. Going by the allegations, assume that this allegation can be true, that he is sponsoring. The meeting happened. What kind of result would you expect from such a meeting? What kind of results? So it will go the way he said, that these people will be sponsored and they will be against you. Is there a possibility that the delegates who attended the ODM National Executive Council meeting were given money to vote in a way they voted, or make a decision in the manner in which they made? At first place, in fact, before the NDC ended, is it NDC or NEC? NEC. We heard that the move to remove Sifuna had been thwarted. There were those who were opposed to that. But in the evening, the information emerged that they have voted to remove. So you look at that, because Sifuna has been removed, Gachagua predicted, you conclude and say that Gashagua's prediction has finally come to pass. So the prophecy has been fulfilled. Eden Sifuna has been removed. He's no longer ODM Secretary General. Yes, we know he's fighting in the court. He will fight it on the public opinion court. But he might not succeed in the court of law. But in the public opinion court, that's where now people are going to make their decision, wider thinking, reasoning, and all that. The game is not to move alone as Eden Sifuna. He wants to move with his support to where he will be heading to. That is the battle that he has staged in what he's saying, that tunapeleka kesi kotini, tunapeleka kesi kwa wananchi. Na hii kesi wanapeleka ianzie wapi? Lower Eastern. Sympathy. That is the big thing that Sifuna and his team are really focusing on. Wanajua wako hapo sasa, wanatafuta kile cha kukwamilia kama sympathy wakisonga mbele. Now, so when you look at everything here, many are believing that indeed ODM party was literally handed over to the president, and the president has a bigger say in this party on everything that is happening there. Because again, when you listen to what Gashagwa said, and then you compare to the statement from Godfrey Osothe that the ODM party leader Oburu Odinga, in a private meeting with him, together with Junet Mohammed, Eden Sifuna, and a few close allies, Osothe is alleging that Oburu Odinga asked for more time to go and consult. And for them, they believe that he's going to consult from the stakeholders of the party. Instead, he walked straight to State House. That is where he went to consult. So if Godfrey Osothe's statement is something to go by, you conclude that Gachagua was right. That is what is happening. Sababu haya mambo yote tunasema yanatoka ndani ya chama cha ODM. Godfrey Osoti ni naibu kiongozi wa naibu kinara wa ODM. Now up to there, I don't know your views. So please let us meet in the comment section so that we can continue with our discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.